Hey everybody, what is up? It is MasterOv here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to show you how to get controller support on many games, including Fortnite Mobile, PUBG Mobile, Rules of Survival, etc, etc. I know you guys have been waiting long and hard for this video, giggity, and you guys have been absolutely awesome with the support recently. So let's keep that up. Smash the like button on this video, guys. If you're new around here and you find this helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any other future videos. And also, everybody, I'm doing a massive V-Bucks giveaway of $200 worth of V-Bucks, okay? To enter this, all you need to do is like this video, subscribe, and comment down below the one item you want the most in Fortnite, okay? Just the one item. It can be past, present, or maybe even future, but I want you guys to tell me the one item you would spend 200 V-Bucks on. And I'm going to be announcing the winner next week, okay? It's going to be absolutely friggin' awesome. $200 worth of V-Bucks to one of you lucky people. Okay, without further ado, let's get into this video on how to get controller support working. I'm going to specifically show you it on Fortnite Mobile, but I'm going to go through everything step by step to show you guys what to download, how to download it, and how to get up and running. Now, before I do this, guys, this video is for informational purposes only. I don't recommend you do any of this. I recommend you play the game how it's meant to be played at the moment, which is by touch control, but the developers themselves have said they are bringing controller support to the iOS version. Now, controller support doesn't necessarily just mean controller in your hand. A controller is also a keyboard or mouse, so keep that in mind. Actually, anything that does anything to the game is a controller. So we eventually might even be able to play this with VR. Who the heck knows? But yeah, like I said, do this at your own risk, please. I've done it and I've been fine, but I don't want any of you guys to get hurt or to damage any of your stuff or whatever. So do this at your own risk. Okay, let's get onto my iPad and see how we do this. First thing first is head over to Safari and type in happychick.hk. You can see the URL at the top there, but everything I'm doing is also going to be down below in the description, so it's nice and easy for you to find. You're going to bring up this page here, which is the Happy Chick Hong Kong page, and this is where you actually download the Happy Chick game emulator from. So down the bottom here, if you click onto download, you're going to get this page here that says you can either download with a jailbroken iPhone or without a jailbroken iPhone. Now, if you don't know what a jailbroken iPhone is, then you're going to want to click the install now at the top. If you obviously have a jailbroken iPhone, you're going to know a little bit more about this. Hit the download button at the bottom. It brings you to the same thing, but basically it's two different types, one to allow root access and one not to allow root access. But even without jailbreaking your iPhone, you can still do this. So click install now if you're going to use a non-jailbroken iPhone, which is what I'm doing with my iPad. So you click install now, it's going to bring you to this site. There's going to be a lot of Chinese writing. I know it's a little bit daunting, just ignore it. It's pretty simple to understand. For example, on the logo there in the green, that basically means beta, and the other stuff is just install and how to install it. So what you want to do is click install Happy Chick option 1 at the top here. You're going to get a loading page, and then it's going to pop up with this install button here to install Happy Chick. Click on install, and then that is going to install to your home page. Now, I've already installed this, so you can see right here on my homepage at the top left is Happy Chick Beta, and that is what you're going to get. It's not a big file, it's a pretty small file to download, so within 10 seconds it should be done. And now you want to click on it. But what you'll find is when you actually click on this for the first time, it doesn't open. It actually blocks it and it says, sorry, you're not allowed to use this because it's an untrusted developer. So to allow untrusted developers into your iPad, all you need to do is go over here to settings, click onto settings. You're then going to want to go to general. Then you're going to scroll down here to device management. Click on device management, and then you're going to want to go onto your enterprise apps, which is basically apps that Apple haven't said yes to, and they're like, we're not putting this on the App Store. Now, I must say, and this is obviously for clarification for my own safety and stuff, I do not recommend you do anything that I'm doing here today, but you can do it. This is for informational purposes only. I've done it, and it's not harmed anything on my end, but your experience may differ. With that being said, let's keep on doing it because it's pretty cool. So you want to go into Shenzhen Menmunxing Technology Co, whatever that says. Open that up, and you'll see here that this is for Happy Chick. So this is the developer of Happy Chick. Now you're going to have, instead of delete app, yours is going to say verify app. Click on that and then confirm that you want to verify it, and then hey presto, you're going to be allowed into your new downloaded Happy Chick app. So let's open this up and have a look inside, shall we? So it's actually a really cool app. There's loads and loads of games on here that have all been slightly modified, or they've at least got something running on top of them so that you can actually implement controller support. You know, the way games are meant to be played. So on here you've got loads of games like PUBG, for example, which is pretty cool, which includes Rules of Survival, Knives Out, Free Fire. All of those games work really well as well on Happy Chick with the controller support, but we're obviously not here for that today. We're going to have a look at Fortnite specifically. So put in Fortnite, and Fortnite should appear. Pretty simple here. You can see it's a pretty small file. It's 87 megabytes because when you actually download this, you're going to have to download the rest of the game data when you launch the game. So it's pretty straightforward. But you can see here, Fortnite, and you can see at the version section, it says version 3.5, which is the one we want. I believe we're on 3.5.2 at the moment, but don't worry about that. All you want to make sure is the first two numbers are correct. So 3.5 is correct. So this is the correct version. Now, when you go to 3.6, which will probably come out in maybe a month or so, you are going to have to re-download this from Happy Chick with the 3.6 version. But anything on the end, so 3.5.7, for example, you don't need to do that because they're internal updates that will happen in the game and you won't even notice, so it's not a problem. So instead of clicking play, you should say search for contents or search for download. Click onto that. You will then get another page pop up that says download. It'll say Fortnite download. Click download and then click method 1. And it should download to your home screen like this. And you'll see at the top there Fortnite. It will take a minute to download. If it says waiting and it's just spinning, just click on the waiting thing and it should turn into loading and then it should start downloading. But you do have to give it a bit of time, okay? Now again, when you go into Fortnite and when you go to open this one, it won't work. It won't work. It'll say this is untrusted. Now this is because the app again is from a different developer. So you guessed it, go back to your settings and open it up. Go onto device management again. You should already be on it. This time click on Beijing Jin Langcheng Technology and you can see there PUBG and Fortnite, they're both by the same developer, and you should click verify and trust on there, and that should work absolutely fine for you. Now, once you've done all that, you are free to jump into your new Fortnite app. So let's open this up, shall we, and have a look. So here we are. We're in Fortnite Mobile. It's exactly the same as it was before, except for one difference. And you'll notice in the top left corner up here, there's a little controller. If you click on, brings up this expanding menu. Now, this is where you can map your controllers. This is where you can edit all your buttons and stuff. I'm not going to delve into that today, but do you guys want me to show you how to map your controller? Because depending on what device you are using, you're going to need different controller methods. If you want me to show you how to do that, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button on this video and I can do maybe a part 2 showing you how to map a controller. But what you're going to want to do now is click on not connected, and it should bring up this connected button. Now turn on your gamepad controller, make sure it's obviously searching for Bluetooth, click connect, and then in the top left it should turn green and it says connected, which is perfect, which is exactly what we want. So let's jump into a game, shall we? So you want to go on here and click play. So the only thing that shows is this up here in the top left, is that little gamepad. You can actually get rid of it if you want, but I always keep it there just in case you want to make any tweaks to how you're playing as you're going. Now, a good way to make sure your controller is actually on and working is you want to click onto settings. It'll bring up this, which is my controller mapping specifically for my version of Fortnite on my iPad Pro. Click onto test, and then you can see here if I move my left stick, woohoo, it moves. The right stick moves as well, and any button I press, flashes and does the correct stuff. So perfect. Let's go back onto Fortnite Mobile and start using our controller. And as you can see, it's working perfectly. It's really, really nice. It's really responsive. The camera and everything moves quite nicely. Now, it's not perfect. Now, and don't forget, the developers of Fortnite Epic Games are actually bringing out native controller support to Fortnite Mobile, which means everybody one day will be able to use controllers just like I am now, for example. And that's brilliant. And I think that is absolutely great. And I think some people obviously disagree with that, but I honestly think it's great. Look at this auto aim. Look at that. It, like, really tracks nowadays. That's madness. But it works really nicely. And you can just run around and do everything. Now, you will sometimes get the odd, like, hiccup. You'll fire for no reason and stuff like that. That's all because you need to adjust your mapping, okay? You need to adjust your controller mapping to make sure it's absolutely perfect and it is all working great for you. But you can see how quickly it's running, how nicely it's working. And you can tell, obviously, I'm actually using a controller because if I use my finger, you can see that the thing goes up there and I can kind of go any way, whereas with the controller, it doesn't. So let's really quickly jump into a match here. And if I go onto here again, actually, if I go up to the top left, and if you go on to questions, oh, maybe not on this version. So if you go into import, you can actually save loads of configurations. So you might have like a pro builder setup, you might have a pro attacker setup, depending on how you want to play. So you can actually customize all of your settings in here and change them about so that you can get how you want to play on your controller. So whether you want to make it like a standard Xbox 360, Xbox One, or PlayStation 4 controller, you can totally do that. But if you want to customize it and make it so that, you know, you get, you want to be Builder Pro, for example, where you're focused on building, you can customize it any way you want. And it is absolutely brilliant, and it works perfectly. Now, one thing I must say that I am doing is I am not using my main account here. And I'm not using my main account for any of these games, actually. Is there even a chest in here? Oh, there's someone in here. I'm going to die straight away. I'm not actually using my main account for any of this. The only reason I'm doing that is just in case, okay? I'd spent so much time on my main account that I don't want to risk it. Haha! I'm going to steal someone's kill, even though I'm going to get killed. Okay. I don't want to risk it, so I'm using a second account that I've made just for fun and just to roam around in. But like I've said, controller support isn't here yet perfectly, and it is not perfect. But you can also use Happy Chick to get controller support on an absolute plethora of games. You need to use the GameSir controller for it, but look at all of this. Like, you've got so many Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. For some of them, you need jailbreak, but for some of them you don't, which works really nicely. So feel free to browse. That's how you do it, guys. I hope this video has taught you something new and you've kind of found out how to work it and how it all works. I can do also a video on how to use your keyboard and mouse if you'd like to see that. Let me know again in the comment section down below. You do need to buy a new peripheral for that though, but I can show you what it is and I can show you how it all sets up. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.